Attention to all, stand by for Empatherapy. I repeat, stand by for Empatherapy.
Hi everyone, I'm Pubalan. Together with me are Hakim, Adam and Haris. We are from B1 Correctional Unit 1. B1 is a maximum security prison and our correctional unit houses inmates who are working. Apart from assisting with daily operations, I also assist to oversee a training academy for inmates, a program for inmates to level up their soft skills such as peer support, character building and leadership.
Hi, I'm Adam. I've been incarcerated in B1 since 2018 for drug-related offences. I'm currently an in charge for the Cluster Central Library since 2020. I manage a group of librarians, library operations and correctional unit projects. I'm also an in charge for the Empatherapy inmate peer supporters in Correctional Unit 1. As the in charge for Empatherapy, I work with Chief Warden Heikel to co-develop the program contents and structure, forming of the Empatherapy Hub, coordinating and conducting the training and supervision for the Empatherapy peer supporters and officers, and mentoring the next generation of facilitators to ensure the sustainability of Empatherapy.
Hello, I'm Hakim. I'm officer in charge of a workshop and I support rehabilitative programs such as Looking Forward and Empatherapy. I'm the IC for Empatherapy's Branding and Communication Department. We create awareness of restorative practices and empatherapy to create and allow other correctional units to understand the practice.
Hello everyone, I'm Haris. I have been incarcerated since 2013 for drug trafficking and serving life imprisonment. I am in charge for the correctional unit attendants and peer supporters. As a correctional unit attendant in charge, I assist our officers in ensuring that the inmates' daily needs are met. Whenever there is a new inmate, I will guide, help, and work with them to get used to the environment.
Before Empatherapy, inmates generally kept to themselves. Since the implementation of Empatherapy in April 2021, there has been an improvement in the sense of community within the correctional unit. Conversations between the inmates have become more pro-social. We hear lesser talks about vices and gang-related matters. Empatherapy provides an opportunity for us to share memories, aspirations, and current affairs more freely. Even conflicts among inmates are being addressed pro-socially instead of heated confrontations.
I agree. When I was first posted here a year ago, inmates rarely talked to me as I was a new officer, and as if they were assessing me. After Empatherapy was implemented, I felt some differences. Inmates would come up to me and have impromptu conversations. I also observed inmates talking to each other more often, and they seem to be enjoying their conversations. The vibe in the unit and various workshops are much livelier now. What about you, Haris?
When I was remanded, I often heard dark stories of B1, and I dreaded being transferred to B1. I was quite moody and stressed, but things improved in 2021 with the implementation of Empatherapy. I observed that officers were more approachable, making the environment a better place than it used to be. I feel much more at ease now. Sergeant Pubalan, do you remember how Correctional Unit 1 used to be?
Previously, Correctional Unit 1's atmosphere can be challenging. Inmates may use violence to settle disagreements with staff or other inmates. I was trained to apply restorative practices and empatherapy. The most significant changes I observed is that the inmates are more open to communicate with staff. They are willing to share about their problems. One example is the correctional unit attendants. Once after their proactive circle session ended, They use the circle to discuss their work-related matters and develop solutions together with the staff.
I'll start. As mentioned, everyone seems more approachable, even though there is still some resistance. Now I have the confidence to approach any inmates after facilitating and going through empatherapy. My relationship with my fellow officers and supervisors is well knit. We are open to approach each other when there's something to be addressed. As a new officer, my seniors are open whenever I suggest ideas on how to make our daily operations more efficient. What about you, Haris?
As the in-charge for correctional unit attendants, I am like a bridge between officers and the correctional unit attendants. Communication between officers and inmates are critical, and Empatherapy has facilitated that. Officers are more approachable. This helps as they are more open to listening to our sides of story and working with us to solve any issue. They also go the extra miles to engage us and explain that our life choices will affect our families and how we can become a better version of ourselves.
Communications with inmates has been more welcoming with the implementation of Empatherapy. It has made me more confident in managing conflicts between inmates and staff. I'm better equipped to facilitate dialogue during this difficult situation and help them to see a different perspective. In our correctional unit, we also conduct staff circle. We call it as Alpha Circle, headed by our officer in charge. During Alpha Circle, I get opportunity to learn about my colleagues on a deeper level, not only as a correctional officer, but as a person. This experience has improved our communication and camaraderie with the team.
One of Empatherapy's aims is to cultivate a sense of community, inspiring us to support one another over and beyond our job scope to enhance team bonding. The library has reaped good results in this area. Now we work towards achieving our deadlines and working on projects together. Perhaps something noteworthy is when a librarian proposed to receive project incentives as a team rather than as individuals. Learning restorative practices has been beneficial. Applying fair process has made rules and expectations more explicit, and librarians can understand their responsibilities and what they are accountable for.
Being sentenced to life imprisonment without a release date has always made me worried about my children. I wonder what type of relationship I will have with them, especially with my son. I am fortunate to be given a chance to learn restorative practices. Since then, the officer in charge of Empatherapy has been encouraging me to practice restorative practices with my son. My son and I started as strangers, but our bond has improved tremendously. Now, I can be a father and my son's confidant and best friend.
Being the head of a family, I have adopted the fair process when making decisions with my wife. I make time to listen to her, explain the reason behind my decisions, and ensure we are clear of future expectations. I observed that the bond within my family has strengthened, and my wife and I communicate better.
After learning restorative practices, I am more conscious of my interactions with others. I always ask myself, am I in the with domain? Restorative practices has inspired me to apply what I learned with my first community, which is my family. My relationship with my family has improved, particularly my brother. My understanding of empathy has increased. I can put myself in their shoes when they share their struggles. I feel that being empathetic towards my family is crucial, as it enables me to be there for them emotionally. Today, we share about our lives on a much deeper level than before.
When I'm at home with my family, I practice the social discipline window of working with them. For example, sometimes I tend to become the discipline master at home with my nephew and niece. Then I realized that it's not the ideal way of disciplining them. Instead of asking them not to do this or that, I will tell them the outcome of their actions and guide them, providing limits and support.
Empatherapy has established its effectiveness in relationship building. By understanding what people think and feel, I have learned to respond appropriately in different social situations.
Using the restorative framework in cultivating a pro-social community within our workplace brings positive results, particularly in times of crisis and conflicts that is part and parcel of everyday life. Laying the foundation of restorative practices in the workplace allows for more productive and cooperative workplace culture. This culture enables us to look forward to work because the positive relationships we have proactively built makes the workplace much more meaningful.
I would say feeling empathy for others and not judging them before hearing their stories. Working in prison, we guide inmates and work with officers from various backgrounds. We can never truly understand what they are going through. If I doubt the person or their actions, I will engage them and listen to what they say.
My most significant learning point from empatherapy is the importance of building a positive relationship. After experiencing empatherapy, I believe relationships are meant to be proactively developed. Everywhere we are connected by relationship. At home, at work, even here in prison. If we can build a positive relationship, I believe we can focus on the right things at the right time and place.
Implementing empatherapy in the last year has indeed ignited connections and improved the way we relate to one another in our correctional unit. Thank you for allowing us to share our experiences with you today.